and that is Satan. The scripture is Ezekiel 28, not Psalms 109. Psalms 109 only tells you the method of operation that will be brought to, that will bring the scripture to pass, so that the scripture might overall be fulfilled. Well, what is it? What does Ezekiel 28 say? It says Satan's going to perish. And that's got to be fulfilled, for it came from, not from Christ, but from the office of the Godhead. Now, let's just turn there. We're wasting a little more time, and I'm chasing you around, but they're going to chase you around, friend. And you might as well get used to it. Okay, Ezekiel 28. Here we have Satan going under the name of the King of Tyre. Your higher critics, you're even going to have to argue that statement. They're going to say it was a man. And let one thing be settled in your mind, and there is not one scholar in the world that can deny, if you press down on the pressure points. What is the pressure point that this King of Tyre is not a man? You'll find it in verse 13. He's telling of how fancy he dressed, this King of Tyre, how proud God was. This was a son that he loved. Hey, don't kid yourself. Back when things were a good time, God was very pleased with this boy. I'm talking about Satan. I mean, he gave him everything, even as one of the cherubims protecting the mercy seat. Go to the last part of verse 13. And of thy pipes was prepared in the day that thou wast created. You see, he wasn't a man, he was created. Many will say, well, it was Adam. God created Adam, because it's stated down below he was in the garden. He was in the garden as the serpent, though, not Adam. How can you document that? Now, this is the point. This will stand up against any scholar in the land, even if they go by credentials of higher critic. They cannot deny it. They'll simply sidestep it and dance right out around you if they can, but hit them off at the end and socceroo them, okay? With scriptures, of course. Right? Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth. That's your proof. At no time was a cherub ever called man. Archangels, yes. But by this I mean he was an anointed cherub that covereth. What does that mean in the Hebrew? That he protects the mercy seat. Do you remember when God told Moses to build the ark? He gave him the dimensions and the measurements, and he put him an angel at each end of it. That's who we're talking about. That was a type so that you could picture Satan's place, how much God loved him. Do you know where that ark was placed? Friend, we're talking about the Holy of Holies. And Satan was there and loved. Respected. Trusted. Appreciated. Or he would never obtain that rank in the world that was. Okay, the cherub of the covenant, I have set thee so. Who put him there? God, your Father. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Adam sure didn't do that. And don't you ever let anyone try to pass this off as Adam, all right? Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created till iniquity was found in thee. Do you know what that iniquity was? He stopped loving God. He didn't care anymore. You know why? He was too pretty, too important. Look at me. Look at my position. Look, I can triple over the coals of the Holy of Holies anytime I want to. He forgot who the Father was. By the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence. That's to say, in a moral sense, all right? Anyway, verse 17, skip on down. Well, let's catch the last part of that. And I will destroy thee. Do you know what that word destroy is? Eternal destruction. O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Now a higher critic goes, that just means he's going to take him off of the altar. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. That simply means pride. Friend, if you ever get self-righteous, watch out. I'm going to tell you what, you're cruising for a bruising. If you ever want to get self-righteous, you're headed for a big downfall. You can count on it. Just promise it to yourself. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom. He was exceedingly wise, but he corrupted it by reason of thy brightness. That's to say, your splendor, your pride. I will cast thee to the ground. What ground? Terra firma, eretz, earth. You know, in Revelation chapter 12, when he's cast to the earth as well to do his final pilferage. I will lay thee before kings, and that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities. By the iniquity of thy traffic, therefore, will I, now here it comes, sharpen up for me, bring forth a fire from the midst of thee, it shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes. That is a figure of speech that means you will be ashes forever and ever and ever. Do you know how long ashes burn? It's for, let me ask you, if you've got a, Lord help the thought, if you've got a little old sparrow caught in your trap and you want to get rid of him, and you burn him in the barrel, and he turns to ashes, how long is he going to be ashes until he's another little sparrow again? Now don't get funny on me. I mean, how long will he have to remain ashes before he can be that same little old bird again? Now you know that's stupidity. Friend, he ain't never going to be that little old sparrow again. Those ashes are going to be ashes. Now those ashes might then go ahead and progress their way into whatever source someone might intends to use them, potash, but his potash won't do any more than anybody else's potash. You understand? That's the way it is. It's forever, in other words, all right? Point made. It's forever. What did God tell Satan he was going to do to him? I'm going to turn you to ashes forever. I'm going to destroy you eternally. All right, now here you got the fundamentalists that are going to come right back at you. They're going in that fire and they're going to burn forever and ever, and they're going to squall and they're going to squeal and they're going to be ashes, friend. Your Father doesn't take pride in hurting His own children. They may take some pride, as He did, in hurting our Father, but He doesn't take pride in hurting you any more than you take pride in correcting one of your children. It hurts, and it hurts Him as well. He don't want to hurt anymore, nor does He want you to hurt anymore. That's why it is written, and that's why, as Jesus said in John 17, that Scripture must be fulfilled. And it will be. So do you see what a tight line you're walking in documenting the son of perdition? No, it wasn't Judas. It was Satan standing beside him that already had the sentence, the law from our Father, the spoken word, that he would die. Now we could go on and on. You're all familiar enough with it, I'm not even going to turn there. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Paul teaching concerning Christ returning to us. He said, don't be stupid. Don't let somebody deceive you about Jesus coming back to us. It's not going to happen until after. Let me repeat, until after there come a falling away, which means the Christians are going to fall away from the true Christ and worship the son of perdition. Now, how can you document that Satan is the son of perdition? It's real simple. He is the only individual that has already been judged and sentenced, passed to perish, and perdition means perish. Your Father is not a liar. Now, I'm laying it on you like it is.